In today's video, as usual, we're gonna see some Blender projects that caught our attention to get you inspired and motivated to start working on your goals and projects. Starting with Redemption, a full CG short film made in Blender 3 by CGI Checklist. The movie features photorealistic scenes of a sniper on an assassination mission. The work of the artist is exceptional. If the characters were a little bit more realistic, especially at first, you won't guess that it is CGI. Everything from the camera movements and the cinematic shots, in addition to the environment, are just on point. All the scene building, texturing, lighting, animation, and rendering were made inside Blender. He followed his movie with a worth-watching breakdown of the project as he showed some of the tricks in his workflow and the word composition in the software. As for compositing and VFX, he used Adobe After Effects, but for editing he used Premiere Pro, also some mocap data from Mixamo library. This project took him only 3 months. The anime community is getting bigger and bigger with more Blender users each year. This next one is a showcase and a breakdown of the artist's most recent project, which is an anime-style laundromat. Also, the artist behind this project wanted to create a semi-stylized render in cycles as he had never done it before. The lighting setup here is simply composed of the native Nishida sky texture that is available only for Cycle's render engine. As you can see, as simple as the object models are, the artist just successfully nailed the anime look. In addition to the anime characters, he added a plane that contributes to and emphasizes the particular style he wanted to achieve. Next we have a very cool showreel put together by a very talented artist. He showcases 4 of his product as projects made using Blender, featuring commercials for burgers, coffee, Coca-Cola, and beers. You can spot almost every aspect of the software in the video, as he made use of particle systems, physics simulations, rigid and soft bodies, destruction, liquid simulations, and more. We can also appreciate how detailed and realistic looking the models are, the materials and textures, the condensation of the fresh bottles and glass, the droplet paths, the beer bubbles, and the amazing camera animation highlighting the products in question wonderfully. The artist is a professional in his field. He is the creator of several short films and music videos just as wonderful as this product reel. This one is a graduation project by Anita. The short film titled Viral is the result of the research about techniques for achieving 2D art styles in the contemporary animation industry. It features a stylized character in her cozy room. She is an artist who just finished her drawing and wanted to share her work on social media, but was struggling when it comes to going viral. The artist did a great job with the storytelling, just as well as the scene composition in general. The toon shaders are on point, along with the soft lighting coming out of the window and the phone screen, and everything was rendered in cycles. We have another graduation project short film, this time made by Timo artists for the end of their bachelor's degree. Apparently, they have done most of the work inside Blender. For the animation they used Maya, and thanks to Alembic exports, they were able to import the animation back into Blender for rendering in cycles. They also used Substance Painter for texturing. I personally really appreciate the story even though the author didn't have a lot of time. The short film titled Broken Token is the story of a lonely little robot in a dump trying to create himself a friend out of objects he can find in the garbage, which will bring him to his downfall. Overall, this is a touching story with a great execution considering the fact that they only had 2 months for the project. Next we have a short video project called Botu, which is a combination of live action footage and 2D animation, and the result is very interesting. The artist behind this work used Clip Studio Paint for 2D drawings and Blender for all the camera tracking and compositing. The first-person camera shots are dynamic and seem very hard to track, but the artist managed to merge the animations with them successfully. This one is a realistic 3D portrait of Billie Eilish, inspired by one of her most successful songs, Bold Guy. The artist gathered several reference images of face details and images of the singer in PureRef. Then, with the help of these references, he started sculpting in ZBrush with the sphere as a starting point and increasingly added more resolution to it with more details. After that, he jumped into Blender for retopology and UV wrapping. Also in Blender, he did the projection paint for the color map texture and refined it in Substance Painter. Also, this is where he painted the roughness map and the subsurface scattering map. He made the hair in Blender using the hair particle system with interpolated children and a bit of roughness for a more realistic look. Finally, for the lighting part, he used a 2-point light setup along with an HDRI with small intensity. After compositing the cycles render inside After Effects, he ended up with this great result. Next up, we have this short film titled UNI-VERSE, which won the first prize at a virtual space architecture competition. It is a world concept in which people from all over the world can interact and contribute remotely to help the areas where the destruction of the natural environment is taken over. ZKI is an architectural designer and visualization artist who wanted to try something new in Blender. For the character, he used Character Creator 3 along with other add-ons to quickly create it with high quality, and later on he added more details in Blender. For the environment creation, he used Botanic add-on for detailed vegetation assets. He rigged the characters in Mixamo to use some of their animations. He also used geometry nodes for several effects such as close animation and teleportation, and the post-processing including color grading was done in DaVinci Resolve. If you are interested in making this project, the artist posted a video about it on his channel showing each step of the process. This amazing work was created by a 16-year-old kid who participated in the MSI Creator Awards 2022 challenge with the theme Create Your Utopia. He was actually inspired by the Metaverse movies such as Free Guy and Tomorrowland. The thing is, he relied on geometry nodes for almost everything in his project, especially for the Billies, and in total it took him 292 hours to finish the project from beginning to end without counting the render time that took almost the entire day, splitting the job between his PC and the render farm. Everything in this video looks great, and I like how it is full of small details, and how he also recreated his room setup and himself as the 3D character working on the project. He won the first place in the best animation in the MSI Creator Awards, and he deserves it. This is a photorealistic presentation of the Arctic that was made in Blender in just 1 week. The artist used add-ons such as Scatter 5, Megascans, Photographer, and PBR Painter, and the kayak model was taken from Sketchfab, and he rendered everything in cycles. He followed his work with a quick breakdown of the scene showing the different parts of the 3D environment. This project shows how quickly it became possible to create professional looking results using the tools available for Blender. We also have this amazing concept art created by a talented artist. He named his project The Big Wheel, as it represents an old circular giant structure in the middle of nowhere, or what seems to be a post-apocalyptic city turned into a desert. This was for a challenge by a French platform for learning digital art called Digital Painting School. He got inspired by artists such as Ryan Church, Leon Tucker, and more. He modeled the megastructure in Adobe Medium and used a spaceship procedural shader from Gumroad for texturing in Blender. He also did some photo bashing, matte painting, and added details to make it look more realistic. I hope you found these projects inspiring. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. You can also check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.